did Dave Kitch ever do to you?
Well,
Aside from doing a superb job.
we'll speak about that in a minute. What BC Steele's referring to is the fact that I promised Nick Lendl's return as ring announcer next time we're in this building, which was not broadcast on the DVD, so you just decided to complain about that for no reason. But Jaxon Argos is coming out here now, and I got a lot to complain about as far as Jaxon Argos goes, because this is his premiere debut. Argos made his appearance at welterweight 3 at the behest of Brian Pillman, the controversial Brian Pillman Jr. Wait a second, and Brian Pillman laid out Gregory Iron. It was 2-on-1. Iron was left battered. He was left in tears. He was left in pain at the conclusion of his matchup at welterweight 3 because Brian Pillman said that his father would be ashamed to see Gregory Iron wrestle now. His father would be embarrassed to see what wrestling has turned into today. And Gregory Iron, who's all about enduring today to fight tomorrow, Gregory Iron is taking it out on Jaxon Argos, who hit Iron from behind, hit him with that brainstorm submission move, and now Argos has got to pay for it. And I will mention, BC Steele, the bell has not sounded yet to start this matchup.
Well, Joe, let me ask you, who would know better of what Brian Pillman would think than his son? I mean, I'm a big Brian Pillman fan.
I think Brian Pillman Jr. has got some attitude issues. I brought him to welterweight wrestling to be an ambassador. I brought him here to do podcasts, to do personal appearances, to be a voice of this brand. And after how he humiliated this brand on live pay-per-view, I can't trust that guy ever again. He's like father, like son. He's a loose cannon.
Well, Joe, you wanted a voice. You got a voice. You got a voice of exactly how it is. And what's with that stupid vest?
Iron's vest?
Yes.
Not allowed to walk out in a vest?
No.
Iron on our merchandise table. Look at this. Hurricane Rod of the Jaxon Argos. Unbelievable. Gregory Iron's pulling out all stops here tonight.
Jaxon Argos did nothing, made an impact, and he made a name for himself. And I don't think Greg can handle that because he was the flavor of the month at one point. And now everybody's talking about Jaxon Argos this, Jaxon Argos that.
Flavor of the month. Wait a minute. Oh, Iron the chair to the spine.
Oh, because he's allegedly an inspiration.
Hey, Iron's been the flavor of the past 12 years. I got news for you.
Well, you know what? I'm tired of hearing about it.
He trained in this building. He first, at his first major high-profile matches in this building. And he's also been embarrassed in this building a couple of months ago by Argos and Pillman. Pillman's not here tonight. He's still rehabbing a serious knee injury. And you got to believe Argos is wishing he hadn't thought he was the cock of the walk when Pillman was here, because now one-on-one, it is all handicapped hero.
Argos can be the cock of anything he wants, first of all, and we got Angry Iron in there right now. And Angry Iron just got a boot to the face. How about that?
Well, can you blame Iron for being angry? I've never seen him angrier than this.
Well, Brian Pillman Jr. was giving him criticism. He should expect
He
and
wasn't
respect.
giving him criticism. He was criticizing this kid's entire life, his entire career, as if Iron hasn't accomplished more than 95% of this business. Everywhere he's been. He was in Los Angeles 2 days ago, filming. Iron lands hard. He was in Los Angeles 2 days ago filming the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. Iron is everywhere. And maybe Argos is a little bit bitter and jealous about that. You ever think of that?
I don't think Jaxon Argos is the kind of guy to get bitter or angry. I think Jaxon Argos is level-headed and clear and concise, and
he's a back jumper.
Well, it's not my fault or his fault that Greg didn't turn around.
Iron into the guardrail. Well, it's Pillman's fault. That was a setup in every sense of the word. I know you weren't at the pay-per-view, but I know you watched it at home. I know you saw how that went down. It was cowardly.
Yeah, I had my popcorn ready. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was amazing. It was my favorite part. I encourage people to check that out again, by the way, so they can see exactly what happened to Angry Greg Iron. And he cried. Boo-hoo. You don't see Jaxon Argos cry. That's a real man's man.
What, did you hear Gregory Iron call Brian Pillman somebody who's got so much potential, somebody who could equal his father's success, somebody Greg's proud of and would like to wrestle one day. Greg had nothing but positive things to say about Pillman, and Pillman's mind was made up about Gregory Iron from Jump Street. Side suplex by Argos. Cover for 2 only.
Let me ask you, how do you think Pillman's going to feel when Argos wipes the mat with Greg Iron as we see going on right now?
How's Pillman going to feel if Argos fails?
I don't think fail is in his vocabulary.
Argos has that vest of iron.
Speaking of Stone Cold. What about Jaxon Argos being a hero?
What has he ever done that's heroic?
He overcame a bout of diarrhea once.
He overcame a bout of stupidity. He's still fighting it daily.
You don't like anybody. You're just full of P&V.
I don't like Argos.
You know, I wish Greg wouldn't have shown up tonight. I really do.
Gregory Iron's been prepared for this matchup all day. He's been focused. There's nothing that would allow Gregory Iron to miss this matchup.
Well, you know what? I wish somebody would have gave him bad directions or something. Although I'm sure he knows how to get here.
What's he going to do, drive to the wrong hall? Iron battling free now. Argos, a shot to stunt the momentum of Gregory Iron. Axe kick by Jaxon Argos. As I mentioned, Iron practically lived in this building 12 years ago, training here every single day. 2 count only by Argos in the basement of Turner's Hall. Iron, without this building, Iron's career wouldn't have been potentially ever existing to begin with.
Well, there's no doubt. I saw some of his first matches. I know what he's gone through. I know the trials and the tribulations, and bravo to him. But he should know better than everybody else that sometimes life throws you curveballs. You can't whine about it. You can't complain about it. And he's experiencing that right now. I talked earlier about Coach Valentino giving lessons. This is another life lesson for Gregory Iron. Now you got me full of P&V too.
Well, Argos is attempting to go high risk. Iron's biting Argos in the skull.
Oh, how inspirational. He can bite somebody in the face.
And now, Hurricane Rana! Argos in a bad way ducked on the clothesline. And Iron then DDT, nicely done. Iron's going high impact.
Now, you know, to be fair, Jaxon Argos didn't get a chance to properly prepare as Greg jumped him before the bell.
Well, Argos, how about when Iron had to prepare for being sneak attacked on pay-per-view? That mean nothing to you?
Oh, well, you know, that was in the past. Let's talk about the present. See what he did to the nether region of Jaxon Argos?
Yeah, I'm surprised he could find it. Now Iron going high risk.
Well, Iron should appreciate that. Remember when he got hit in the groin?
Cross body!
Oh,
Iron
no.
can have him! No.
He hit in the groin. I forgot about that.
I guarantee you what Argos and Pillman did to Iron hurt way more emotionally than Greg's groin injury did physically.
Joe, you would say that all young wrestlers, certainly of a light heavyweight, and even welterweights too, would have to look up to somebody like Brian Pillman, who changed the game not only once in the early 90s, but then in the mid-90s as well, he changed the game.
That's why I wanted him here to represent the welterweight brand as Argos a back suplex. Covered. No, near fall.
What Greg Iron should have said is, Mr. Pillman, sir, I respect your lineage. I respect everything you say. Tell me how I can be better. I guarantee you wouldn't have gotten jumped by Argos at that point.
I guarantee you, if Iron didn't feel he was being verbally assaulted, they would have gotten off on a much better foot.
Well, how do you think he feels about getting physically assaulted right now?
Not too damn good, because Argos is a dangerous athlete. Iron, able to sidestep. Oh, and it's handicap parking. Snaps it off. Iron's going to beat him. Argos the foot on the road.
That's a smart man's wrestler. Positioning, always knowing where you're at all times.
Keep in mind, both these men have the same finishing move, the flatliner. Iron calls it handicap parking. Argos calls it brainstorm. I think Iron's having some doubts, asking some questions. Maybe he didn't expect Argos to be able to stay in this fight when it was one-on-one face-to-face.
Well, Argos is a competitor. You and I have both seen him. We know what he's capable of. We know where he's come from, what he's always looking to do. He's never a man that's short on his ability either. And the confidence in that ability.
Iron looking to take it. Wait a minute, what is this? That's Jack Pollock. Oh, Pollock got nailed. What is Pollock doing out here? He's got nothing to do with this.
Maybe he wanted to get a closer look.
Hey, Argos with that Canadian flag. Right between the eyes. Argos just pumped Iron with that Canadian flag. Oh, I think there may be some kind of relationship here. Brainstorm! Argos just pinned Gregory Iron.
Here is your winner, Jaxon Argos.
Now, Jaxon Argos, keep in mind, you know who trained Jaxon Argos?
Well, I can tell you where they were trained. Calgary. Alberta, Canada.
Argos is a Landstorm guy as well. And we've seen this allegiance in other organizations, but it appears that Pollock and Argos have brought their alliance to Premier Championship Wrestling.
Oh, Joe, this is... Oh, Joe.
Oh, here comes Dupree.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad he's okay.
You look okay to me.
Joe, I'm going to cry. Oh, this is beautiful. Happy Canada Day tomorrow, everybody.
Apparently, Team Storm has grown, and I guess you got to add Brian Pillman to the equation too.
Joe, this is beautiful.
Oh, this is completely unfair to Gregory Iron, who is being surrounded by these vultures. Now, come on, a flag! They just broke that flagpole across the back of Iron.
Well, Joe, look at it this way. Flagpoles, they're pretty sturdy, right? They take a lot. But we know that.
Come on. Stop this. Somebody stop this. Greg can be seriously hurt.
Well, Joe, this is exactly...
Wait a minute. It's Alex Daniels. Daniels. He felt that flagpole across his own back, and he's taking out everybody. Daniels has an issue with Pollock stemming from earlier tonight, and Iron and Daniels are cleaning house. My God. What a chaotic night this has been, and oh, Daniels and Iron. Daniels and Iron have a history as well. They have traveled many of the same roads. They've been partners and allies, but this is the first time they've seen each other in 12 months.
Well, maybe Daniels wanted to lay the boots to Iron, too. Did you ever think about that?
Well, they both look at Team Storm with great disdain, as apparently the numbers edge continues to side with Pollock and company. Pillman or not, Pollock or not, RC and Argos, they've got the numbers edge, and Team Storm leave relatively unscathed and bigger and stronger than ever. But in the ring, Iron and Daniels. Oh, what a reunion. What a moment. Daniels and Iron are back together.
I'm going to be sick.
Iron and Daniels, a match made in heaven. Some of these fans ringside are in tears. What a great reunion. What a moment. What a couple of men. Iron and Daniels. This is what's real. This friendship. Gonna take them onward here at Premier Championship Wrestling. Looks like they're ready to fight the world.